Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverages: a very hydrating and adequately chilled watermelon-infused sparkling water, a very nondescript beverage, truth be told indeed. Either way, welcome back to the game where previously we were getting the basics for cell block A here, which is things like the cells, the canteen, the kitchen, yard, infirmary. We've got some parole, visitation, some work and leisure stuff over on the right. Obviously, there's still a fair bit to go, including the family cells and nursery. I would class that as the basics for this because it is a female facility. But the idea is hopefully by the end of this episode we will be ready to get some inmates, and obviously this is grading, so this should be technically the lowest grade of the cell blocks, and then as we progress on we'll level them up and then we'll see the cleared for transfer stuff. But that's, you know, future us problems. Current us is just focusing on here. First things first is we're going to go over to grants here and pick up probably, we got governmental security ratings and prisoner acclimatization and engagement. I think the obvious one is probably cell block B, and that should be fine. So we just need to build here, and this is where we've got, as I said, the cells, and I do want to put windows going out on some of them. Maybe not these ones, though. We'll have to check the grading, but I do need to go for the bulldoze, and, well, I have said bulldoze along here, and is it because they don't have access to it? Ah, yes, I was wondering why. Yes, they definitely don't have access to this area. That is a little bit of a problem. Let me go ahead, then, and I put in the door down here, but if I just go ahead and go to staff door there, then they'll have access to do that. That is fine. Also, we're going to go to objects and to shower, and yes, actually put the shower heads in the cells. So these won't be the very basic graded cells, because in order to do that you have to get, like, say, the bare minimum in that, and these will not have the bare minimum. So they will have things like showers. They are a cell that will have a window to the outside, so these will be graded probably rating 4, maybe even 5 if we just check out the room quality. We have at the moment grade 0 of 15, but that's because of the -1 no windows. If we put a standard window, we will get a, well, it would become a large, it would become an outdoor window, which is +2. So we'll go to, well, basically, we'll go for +3 in total because we are removing the minuses. However, if we go for a large window, that'll go to 4, and then a shower would take it to 5, I think. Yes, a shower head. So this would be probably grading 5 if I was to put in a large window. Now, that's the problem here. If I put a standard window in, it means that when we come to clone it, and I will use the word repeatable once again, if we have that and clone it and make it repeatable, it means that we might not see... Yeah, we might not see everything going on there. All right, I'm not too sure, because we'd have to then remove the windows, and if I put a small window in, then I can't really clone it. If I put a large window in, it means these are higher graded. I'm not too sure. What I'm also not too sure of is why they have not demolished those walls there. Let me prioritize those. It's probably stuck in the building queue. Let me just go to utilities and water, and I can see that those are watered up, which is fine. And then we're going to go for the family cells, because why would we not? Because, as I said, I do class these as a minimum thing that you have to make. Because this is obviously a female facility, so we will have potentially some family members. I don't know the ratio, I don't know what the percentage is, but we will get them built. I'm going to put in, obviously, all of the outside bits first, and then we'll build the middle bits. They're pretty much going to be copying from here, so, you know, it's going to be fairly standard. So let's see, let's go over to family cells. It is classed as family cells. Yes, there you go. So what I'll do is I'll build this and then I'll just clone over. That's fine then. So objects and family cells. So we need to place in the bed, which is going to go in here. We need to place in a crib, which is going to go down the bottom. We'll have a toilet and sink, as well as, ooh, I'm going to have in this one, weirdly it puts a drain. Oh no, there is a shower head there as well. That's actually fine. And then naturally a door, which will go a jail door in there. And while I'm on, I will pop these in. Normally you wouldn't want to do that because it could be problematic with the stuff in there, you know, because the doors will shut. But there's no inmates in the facility, so we don't have any problems there. And I've just realised that this bit is a bit weird. Let me go to bulldoze, and yeah, there's a bit of foundation there. Oh, hang on, we definitely don't want that corner removed. That would be suboptimal. And Just realised I've also placed too much door in that place. Alright, so this is a family cell. It requires some lighting, so I'm going to put them in like so. It requires some flooring in, which I am probably going to go with... I'm probably not going to go with the standard concrete because it would be a bit better. I mean, the nursery, ideally, I would like it a little bit different. The nursery, you would think, should be... It shouldn't really be like the way it is actually with this tiles around, but I like the line tiles. What can I say? So what might we have in the family cell? Padded? Would we have a carpet? Don't know about carpet, but maybe something just a little bit different. Maybe fancy tiles, marble tiles, perhaps. Marble tiles we don't often go with. That would give it a different look, wouldn't it? Let's just see what those are like. I say what they're like. They're going to go in regardless, so there you are. If we just go over to our logistics and room quality again, and oh, it looks like you don't get grading for the family cells. Interesting. There's a minimum requirement, which is a bed and the do they call it a crib? Or is it a... Yeah, they call it a crib. I'd say cot, but yeah, it's there. Okay, so that's fine. So the grading for these are 1. However, we would take it to 2, 3... We would take it to 4. 5, actually, if we were to put a large window on there. And then I can clone it. I think I'm going to do that. So if we just go to window... If I can type it right. You've got window, window large, window classy large, and then window glass large. Let's just see what looks the best. So there's your standard, just Jill sort of window there with the bars on. Stained glass window, we don't want that. There's the wooden window. I don't want wooden. The classy, I don't like that at all. It's either going to be the glass window, like that, or it's going to be the barred. I'm going to go with the barred window. So again, this is going to cost money, but we have the money available, so I'm not too concerned about that one. And again, this is going to be clonable. I'm going to just do these like so. And while I'm on it, I'm going to have a look at the nursery as well. So, going to go over to objects and nursery. And what do we need? Serving tables, benches, cribs, playmats. So, serving table, I'm going to put a swerving table either side. This is going to be like sort of mirrored around. And we also need some benches. And we don't actually need 2, actually, now that I think of it, do we? We really don't need 2. You know what, I am going to not clone it. There'd be no point in that one. A table will go there with a bench either side. Sometimes I just have to break type. And then the cribs, which is going to be... Well, we need... How many do we need in total? We need, well, 6, because it's going to be here and here. I did make provision for extra bits in here, but I don't know if it would fit in. Nursery, is there a minimum? There is no minimum size, but I'd have to sort of come out here, and that would be a bit of a nightmare. So we'll see. Let's go back over to nursery, and we need the crib. So I need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is, and then the playmat goes next to it. There you go, and then we got a bit more space. That's technically done. Quick build, custom cloning, and then it's going to be this, and there you go. And this is, as I said, just a simple clone. All that will go in. Lights are already in. Let's go ahead and go for the laundry now. So, actually, wait. There's a simple one. Prison labour. Max out on the cleaning cupboard. Max out on the laundry. And then max out on the... on here as well. And then there's that done. So that's fine. And that means another grant has been completed. We're going to go with maybe... Oh, what can we go with now? Manufacturing, no. Reform through education initiative. That is a pretty good one. I'm going to pick that up just to remind myself that we do need a classroom at some point. One of these is going to be a classroom. The other one, well, what can I change that other one to? I could change it to... I need a solitary, but I'm really struggling to figure out where the solitary is going to go. I did contemplate putting in the solitary around here. So hang on, let's see. Mouse just completely glitched out for a second there. So something like that, and you'd get 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 cells in there. 8 solitary cells. Bit of a waste of space, though. I'd rather that be something else. Solitary and protective custody is something I just don't have at the moment, which is very much problematic. Protective custody, ideally, you'd want one of these to be a solely protective custody area. Whether or not that's going to happen, I mean, it's pretty simple. I build this, and then I clone it, and then everybody in here moves over to this one, and this could be the, say, like, lowest immunity version, and then this one could be protective custody. It's going to be a bit of a mix between moving from a lower grade to higher grade stuff and more amenities and cleared for transfer, which is one of the goals for the series, as well as going for the risk levels. So yeah, okay, all right. Well, while I contemplate all of those, there is some obvious things I need to do, and is it? Well, this is the obvious one. I need security, so I definitely need a security room, like so. I also need, like I say, I need solitary, and I was very tempted to put solitary in around here. So how many doggos do I think I need? Because I can put solitary around here. Security, then solitary, then doggos. So they're sort of flanked by all levels of security. This one will be a temporary, and I do mean temporary, not temporary, permanent armory. I do want an armory, but not right now, necessarily. Can I fit all of them in? This is totally fine. This is good, the staff room and the staff canteen. The security is totally fine as well. I then need a kennel, I need an armory, but not always an armory, because we'll only have that for the, like, really sort of high-level prisoners. Let me just max this out so it goes to actually daylight at some point. And, yeah, okay, right. Also, while I'm on, let's go with metal detector. And I'm going to put a metal detector in there, there, and there. And they should be wired up, yes. So anytime people are going to their cells, they will go through metal detection services. Right, security. Let's get the basics in here. It's going to be an office desk. It's going to be a filing cabinet. And it's going to be a chair. That is technically all you need for the security room. But naturally, the security room is more than just that. We go to wiring. We need a door control system, which I'm going to put there. I'm going to put a CCTV monitor in here, and I'm going to put a phone tap in. No, I don't think there. That would be pretty cool looking, actually, wouldn't it? Would it fit in as well? I think it would. And the guards can still go around. I like the idea of it being there. It looks a bit strange, but it also faces the right way and sort of fits in, doesn't it? It will, however, require power, which will be that, if my calculations are correct. So we shall see if that is the case. Correct. And correct. Well, you know, I was going to look out eventually, wasn't I? Right, over to lighting. And I'm going to place some lighting in here. Like that. Then there was... Oh, no, maybe not there, because it sort of goes along this side. There and there. And lighting in here. Do I need the kennel that big? How many doggos are we going to have? Probably a couple around the outside, a couple on the inside, maybe 6. So I only need maybe 6. There's the end of that chat. Kennel. Minimum size of 5 by something. I'm going to make it a 5 by something. There you go. That's all I really need the kennel to be, size-wise. It should be fine. Because we're going to have kennels for every cell block. And I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can have 10 either side. That's okay. Right. And it means that when we go to this side, obviously I can clone it and have the kennels, and then have solitary on this side. So you have to go through the security and through kennels to get to the solitary. It's a bit of a... Yeah, it might be a bit of a intimidating journey, mightn't it, going through here? Walking through all of that. All the security looking at you, all the cameras and everything. and light stuff blaring away, going through, dogs barking as you go through, then into solitary. Yeah, and we could have that as solitary. And it fits in perfectly as well, so sometimes you just need to do that. As for the armory, I don't know. This is going to be a temporary armory just for the sake of grants. So, but that's going to be what I'm going to have there. I could always put an armory elsewhere. The armory, basically, you only need somewhere for people to collect things. They don't, like, hang around there necessarily. Unless they absolutely love items in the armory, which I'm sure some people do. You know what? Let's just codify this and say, yeah, that is what we're going to do. So I'll put in that, and then armory, because this is going to be the armory, as I said, temporary, permanent. And then we need all of the objects in it. So, well, kennel first. So I'll have to zoom in. Dog crates. Then you have got the dog bowl, which holds water and food for tired guard dogs, increases dog stamina by a small amount. Yes, you do have to walk over that in order to get through it, but I'm not too concerned. Guard lockers, 2 of, weapons rack, 1 of, and a table of some kind. That'll do. It means we can go with dog handlers, 1, 2, and actually, well, it's dog cat dogs, isn't it? We've got the feline unit involved here. And then there'll be the armory. Okay. So that's fine. And maybe the laundry while we're on. Let's go for laundry. So a couple of laundry machines. And does the water go that far? It does not. Can I plumb it in? I can probably just run it down and across. That should be fine. Electrical services will also have to be connected, which will be that. And then we need things like ironing boards. Small. Them like that, and then laundry baskets. It doesn't matter because they just get shifted. So there's that. Fine. So there's a lot of work opportunity around here, which is great. Let's go with a classroom, and one of these is going to be a classroom. I'm going to say that one there. Let's go with a do you want a shop? Shop would be useful. A chapel would be more useful. The problem with having a chapel is that, well, when we run certain programs, the game likes to assign people based on, in my opinion, the roll of a dice. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Let's go with a altar. Let's go with some... is it that way or is it that way? So I think that way, is it? I think so. Does that mean the altar's upside down? I think that's the right... I don't know. Truth be told, it also doesn't matter. So, let's have it like that. There we go. Right. Classroom. I'll get onto that later on. So, a couple of doggos, couple of armed guards. Let's go with armed guards, 1, 2. And then, obviously, it's going to say max. And then patrols. We're going to go 1, 2, 3... Don't know why I've done that. I mean, all you need to do is assign them to it. And there's the grant done. So then we're going to remove those. And remove those. And then get rid of the patrol areas. And then also, sorry guys, Gardo, we're going to... Oh, no, wait. Gardo the armed guard we're sacking, and Hattie we're sacking as well. It's not personal, you were just here for grand purposes. Then we're going to go for max sec infrastructure, which is going to be done at some point. Let me remove all of this. Let me dismantle all of the lockers and the tables and all of that good stuff. I do probably want this in here at some point because we are going to unlock some, let's say, body armor and tasers, which is all fine, so we'll work on that. And we need to put CCTV around the system as well. So wiring and door servos, actually. So we do need some door servos. Strangely, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't have doors on this area, which is curious. We're going to go with CCTV, and it doesn't really matter where they go. But, oh, actually, wait, that's going to be... It's going to be a problem. It's going to... It's going to come over that. Okay. Just going to place them like that. So there's a few there. And maybe in here. I'm just trying to get the most coverage. Oh, what's there? That's the pews there, isn't it? I can't have that one there. Can't have it there. Could probably have it that side. That side. That'll still give me decent coverage. Not one, it's staring right at the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and, well, 6. That should do. That should be more than enough. Okay, that's good. Let's go connections, and it is the door control system. 1, 2, 3, 4. The phone tap. Like so. All good. CCTV. And then, if calculations are correct, some more guards. And that would give us the max sec infrastructure. Alright, so let me have a look then. What am I missing out on? For a start, exercise, weight benches. Yes, that's fine. Okay. I'm just going to go down the needs list and see what we are missing out on. And bear in mind, this is obviously the lowest grade, the potential lowest grade anyway. Anything else will be extras. So, bladder bowels, sleep, all in their cells. Food, obviously canteen. Safety, hopefully. Hygiene in the cells. Exercise, just sort that out in the yard. Family, we have phones. We have visitor tables. We don't have things like pet bird or any other extras like that, but that's fine. Recreation, yep, we got a... demolish that. We've got some TVs and seating and pool tables in here, so that's good. We'll have to check out the grading for that as well. Comfort, it's fine. Environment, hopefully fine. Got cleaning cupboard actually, so they can sort that out. Privacy, yes. Freedom, that's based on mainly farming, fight club, cinema room, and also free time and yard time. Clothing, hopefully. We've got a laundry, spirituality, oh yes. Literature, no. And luxuries. Luxuries, don't think we're going to have a great one with that. So, ideally you want a shop, but I don't know if I'm going to place them a shop in here. We'll have to see. As for literature, the obvious one is putting in bookshelves in the cells. But that would once again increase the grading. And they're already at grade 5, so they're already higher than I thought they would be. This is a common room only grade 3. So what I'll do is... Oh, interesting. The common room, if it's surrounded by glass walls, it increases the grading of that. Yet if that was in a cell, it would actually decrease the grade. How curious. If we had in more stuff in the common room, it would increase the grading, but I don't need to do that yet. These are all really low. Look at that, grade 0. But I'm not too concerned. Canteen's got no windows there. People were commenting on this in a couple of episodes ago, saying about this won't work because it's indoors, but the yard and the canteen can all go indoors. It can go indoors or outdoors, both of them. So I could, if I wanted to, remove. Well, no, I couldn't remove now the foundations. I couldn't demolish it because it would demolish everything, and ain't doing that. But it would technically work with either foundations or not. So over to the common room. So it's going to be, do I put bookshelves in there or do I put them in the cells? Put them in the cells, which means I don't have to worry about it later on. But I'm going to increase the grading a bit. Because the idea is to probably have this cloned, then with the same cell sizes, and then go up from there. But I do want prisoners to have access to literature. So I am going to put in some books somewhere. And I don't mind them in the canteen. They can pick a book and read it in the canteen. Another place to put it is in the classroom because they can get access to it that way. That would make more sense. I don't think there's a grading for a class. Oh, there is a grading for a classroom, actually. Yes, and if you have bookshelves, it does increase the grading. Well, you need school desks. This is actually going to be a high-graded classroom. And you know what? I have no problem with that being the case. The reason being, you would think that it would be sort of aspirational, really. Like, hey, look, despite what everything else is, the classroom, learning, and advancement is the highest graded. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's the best we're going to get in that. You need 20, I think. 20 school desks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I could fit them in. I could. Okay. I mean, I would like the bookcase in. That would be brilliant. Keep on going for the wrong tab for that. So that would be grade 4 because it has... Well, actually, no, it might be grade 5 because it's +1 for 6 school desks and +2... Oh, we could make money if we had a death row to the prison. +2 for 10 school desks, and then you've got blackboard, which is another +2, and then... Yeah, wow. If we had outdoor windows, it would be already massively graded, this thing. I am going to remove the blackboard, then. I'm going to make this a low-graded one, and then the cloned one will be better. So I'm going back on what I said originally about the whole... Yeah, going up from there. So we'll just make this the... We'll go for the grant one. It is just for the grant. 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's the 20 school desks. There you go. I will remove that and put that one in there just because it looks a little bit better. That's fine. So that means where am I going to put the... Did you have a grading for this as well? You don't have a grading for here. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put in... Where am I going to put bookshelves? Well, a couple in here seems fitting. In the chapel. Do I put one back there? Yeah, why not? That's all good. Putting it in here would increase the grade. Would putting it in here increase the grade, though? Fans, drink machines, snack machines, water coolers, and plants. So that would increase that. Okay. I'm hoping the literature... No, I might just not bother. I am admittedly falling into the trap, actually, of... very easily going for, you know, this is going to be, this is a self-contained cell block, and I'm just doing that. Right, okay. 20 guards as a grant done. Okay, grant-wise, could do tracker pilot scheme. Don't really need to. I need to go as regime, and let's set this up. So, we're going to have a bit of free time. 2 hours of eat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work lock up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eat time. Bit of free time. I'm going to move it down by 1. 2 hours of free. 2 hours of free. Work free time. Work free time. Work lock up. Standard procedure of just... That's what we generally have for our regime. I will come and obviously change that for low risk. Going to change this so... Oh, my mistake, sorry. We want to change this to lockdown. Actually, no, we can do it solitary. Because we are going to build the solitary. And I think because we need a test, intake, fill capacity, minimum sec. There it is. Okay. we've got the basics in. This, on the right here, is obviously not being altered. So technically this should be, when everything's completed, the highest risk cell block. Because when you go for the transfers... Sorry, I'm totally messing this up. Normal time, transfers. When you go normal time, it goes from supermax to maximum to medium. And you can see it's all good behavior, reform rates, etc. And if they meet that, they then drop down the categories. But do I want to bring in the high-risk people now and then go from there? I'd rather bring in the low and then work along. And this, again, this is just a test. So once this is sort of empty, if that makes sense, we can then change it over. But I guess technically we don't have to have each of these cell blocks designated to a particular type of inmate because it's based on grading and what they're entitled to, and then they move to there. That's the idea anyway. In practice, it could be completely different, but the fun's in finding out. That's going to remove some of this that I've placed, but it doesn't matter. Let's get that built. So this is pretty much done. We have not got our policy for food. Let's go with low quality, high quantity, high variety meals. And we'll serve that over 3 days. Because we know there's going to be an inmate nutritional research. We know it's coming. And for that you need... Where is it? Inmate nutritional research. At least 20 prisoners. We will get that, no problem. Obviously, there's still some work to do on the family cells, etc. Let's go to deployment and patrols. We can see we've got patrols set up in and around here, which is great. We're going to have a dog patrol. Excuse me. Dog patrol. Going around there. We're going to have the similar thing going around in... I don't know how I'm going to set this up. This is the problem. So I can have blue patrol like this to there. Then I can have magenta. I'll come a little bit further down, you see. Because I assume they're not going to dig down and round. You know what? I'm going to go a little bit further than that, actually. Just in case. Do you know what the worst thing is? I was thinking there... When I come to escape from this myself, if I don't do that, I know I can just dig down and across. So that might help, doing that. And then dog handlers there and there. Okay. That should be fine. Okay. So, we need to have in here. And we'll have on some doors. Solitary door secure. Need some lighting as well in this place. So that'll do. And some flooring in as well. Which I'll put in as, just to match this up, probably iron floor. Probably iron floor. I will, however, make sure I don't go and buy twice. Solitary cells. I can just do that. And then it'll designate itself correctly. Yeah, okay. Assuming they haven't completely demolished all of these walls, we should be okay. Oh, they have demolished the walls. Right, let's do that. Okay. That should be fine. We are receiving prisoners. There we go. We are getting in inmates. I'm seeing lots of inmates. I'm seeing some traits, but I'm not seeing any inmates with the children's. So no family members. Okay, but we have got inmates. Right, we are going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. As you can see, we have managed to get the basic cell block almost completely done. It's going to be a case next time of probably just slowing the pace a little bit and getting the inmates in, checking to see how they have obviously going to interact with everybody and how things work in terms of the grading and such, and getting them into different programs. Obviously, we need to keep the finances managed. Yeah. Okay, I think we're in a decent place. There are obviously some changes to be made and things to be looked at, but that is a futurist problem. That is all what we'll be progressing on with in the next episode. Let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, we'll go from there. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.